So let me guess, you're one of the thousands of people right now looking to buy a home, but don't exactly know what it takes to get started. You don't know how much money it takes, what the actual process is, and you're just trying to get kind of your feet wet to figure out what it is that you're actually getting yourself into. Hi, I'm Stephanie Stewart out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My brand is Educate to Own, where I'm here to bring education to you. And I'm brokered through eXp Realty, which is not only in all 50 states, but is a global company where we're even in some different countries. So if you want to work on your relocation and or that vacation home somewhere in the tropics, we can definitely help you out with that. But without further ado, let me go ahead and share with you just what it takes to go ahead and get started with the home buying process. When you start the home buying process, it is always great to have a home buyer's advantage, which is to get a real estate agent like myself, a realtor, broker, somebody who is licensed and a professional that can be able to tell you about the housing styles, the prices, the location, and how to get equity in that home very quickly. You then want to go ahead and speak to a lender, which is another good professional you're going to check out. And that is either going to be a statement to say, hey, I want to make a statement from my bank account saying that I have this amount of money in liquid cash to pull out for this purchase. Or you're going to get some qualifications together to go ahead and pre-qualify for a loan to go ahead and help you with your home buying process. This is going to be something where they're going to ask for your W-2s, your bank statements, as well as your last 2 to 3 years of your taxes in some cases, depending on what type of employee or business owner you are. After you get done with that, you're going to start looking for homes. After you want to do this after your pre-approval, because now you know exactly how much you're going to spend, and you can go ahead and get what's a loan estimate from your actual loan officer that tells you exactly what your payments are going to be. So you don't necessarily bid on a house and then you have this payment shock when you realize how much it is in the end. After you find a home of your dreams, you're going to go ahead and make an offer on that property. And fingers crossed, you go ahead and get it and you can go ahead to the next step. However, there's this thing called life, and sometimes we don't get everything that we want, and that is okay. Maybe that wasn't the house for us, and that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the drawing board, look at some more houses, find the next best fit, and we're going to keep trying until we find the home of your dreams. When you find the home of your dreams, we're going to negotiate the contract. This is going to be when you want to close. What are the contingencies you want with the purchase? What is it that has to be proven or stated? If you want an inspection to make sure that everything is sound. If you have financing, is there an appraisal? Is in the FHA? There's so many different questions that are going to go through this negotiation contract where that real estate agent is imperative to have at this point in time. They're going to help you go ahead and get to escrow. Escrow is going to be where you meet with title, and you're going to go ahead and get your title commitment, your final loan commitment, and the ending of the deal is kind of wrapping up. This is going to then lead us into the final details. The final details are going to ensure that there's no special assessments, liens, or any other things that could pop up in order for it to stop the sale of the purchase. Now, this can also be things like pending bankruptcies or divorces, child support, things like that. These are all legal things that can come up, where this is why we need that extra person from the title company to go ahead and do that. Then we're going to go ahead and get to closing. 3 days prior to closing, you're going to do a final walkthrough of the property. The final walkthrough of the property is going to ensure that there's no burst pipes. The house is in a broom swept condition, and it is in every which way, the way you imagine it to be. And at that point in time, you can start imagining the curtains, the furniture, and all the assets that you want to build. But remember, do not buy anything before closing. This means no new car, no co-signing, student loans. There's going to be other things like the refrigerator, the appliances, the furniture, things that you want to buy for the house. You don't want to actually purchase until after we actually sign on the line for closing, because you don't want to offset your debt income ratio or your credit score, which are two of some of the requirements that the lender is going to ask for. When we go ahead and get to closing, it's going to be the most happiest time of the of your life, hopefully. This is one of the biggest purchases, and hopefully you've been able to build so many strong relationships with the people working with you to the point that you want to do this over and over again when the time comes. And or refer your friends and family to your local realtor because they were able to really walk you through the process. When it comes to closing, you're going to go ahead and give the rest of your down payment set aside from your earnest money, since that was given in the beginning. Then you're going to go ahead and do some things like your property taxes, maybe some loan origination fees, some title fees, and just some fees that are kind of added in there in order to close the actual property. Nothing to get too alarmed about. We will definitely go over those in later videos. But that's going to be the overall home buying process in a snapshot. And that would be the end of congratulations. You are now a home owner. So definitely go ahead and click our next video, subscribe in the corner, definitely to get the next tips and tricks of what it takes to go ahead to buy the house and pay it off in record time, and really be able to build that equity and freedom when it comes to those interest rates. See you next time.